Hail, fellow. Are you looking for something?
Eh? Why are you looking at me like that, you mysterious person?
You alright?
All right. No, I'm not. Not in the least, my dear fella. That's what happens when you lose your purpose.
What? Are you looking for something?
Yes, and that's precisely why Providence has brought you here to help me in my search.
And what's that?
If only I knew myself. But I'm afraid I've suffered the most grievous of losses. What I have lost is meaning to my life.
The meaning of life, you say? Alright, well, I'll take a look around.
That's a good one. And where exactly do you expect to find it? I've been searching for it myself for years in vain.
Here? Why here, of all places?
This is where I felt I lost it, all those years ago.
Well, I'll have a quick look round.
Be my guest. Farewell.
Greetings, good man. Will you come over here for a moment? Let's talk.
I bid you good day. What do you want to talk about?
You'll see. You won't be sorry. Could you spare a few groschen for charity's sake? I'll be straight with you. It's to spend down the tavern.
Stop bothering decent folk. Piss off!
All right, all right. No harm done. You know, if I come at you with a knife...
Greetings to you.
God bless you.
A beautiful maypole you have here. I hear it's the only one in these parts.
Aye, it's the...
Probably the best of them all.
Oh, don't exaggerate. Watch your step and don't try anything funny. Project would have you driven out. Take care then.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
I could go for something to eat now.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up a bit harder. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works better. Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's a sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. them over to the anvil. See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. The sparks. That's the stuff. That's some nice whistling. It's easier to forge to a rhythm, isn't it? There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere, if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
I feel quite hungry. When's the last time I ate something? I can't keep hitting the same place. should do it more evenly.
Christ almighty.
I'm feeling a bit peckish. I won't get too far without fire. Well, I'm about halfway done.
Excellent. Next time it'll be even better.
I have to pay attention. I've almost loused it up. It's cold. I should hop over to the forge. I hope I don't fuck it all up. Oh, Herrgott. I better not botch this up. Ah, hell. This one's fucked. feel quite hungry. It's as cold as a dog's snout. Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse. What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure. Why not? This is pointless. I'm done haggling with you. Pleasure doing business with you. Take care, Henry.
I should eat something. Oof, I'm as hungry as a wolf.
God bless.
A beautiful maypole you have here. I hear it's the only one in these parts.
Aye, it's the only one around here. Our lads took everyone else's. They're the champions. We just have to keep a good eye on it now. But that's up to Henrik. And why are you so interested in it, eh?
I just wanted to be polite.
I bet you did. I hope you're not up to something. Farewell.
हेलो 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 तन्मय, क्या हाल चाल। मेरा माइक ही म्यूट था, मैंने देखा ही नहीं। शाउट आउट दे दो भाई तन्मय को। मेरा तो भाई कोई वैसा फॉलोइंग है नहीं, तो क्या शाउट आउट दूंगा मैं। आवाज़ आ रही है मेरी स्ट्रीम पे? नहीं आ रही? अच्छा आ रही है, ठीक है, बढ़िया। वो तो ऐसे ही, हाँ वो तो देखते हैं। मैं तो ऐसे ही मज़े के लिए कर रहा हूँ। खेल ही रहा हूँ तो मैंने सोचा स्ट्रीम भी कर लेते हैं। मुझे 2 मिनट के लिए आना पड़ेगा। आई विल बी बैक इन हेलो गाइस, वी आर बैक। मैं स्ट्रीम पे हूँ। इस गेम में देख स्मिथिंग कितनी मैनुअल है। स्मिथिंग देख इस गेम में कितना मैनुअल है। सब में मेरे कॉलेज का दोस्त है।
Christ almighty.
मुझे इसको एम भी करना पड़ रहा है कि कहाँ पे मारना है हथौड़ा। और इसमें ये भी बोला है कि इवनली मारना है, कि मतलब वो सारे एरिया में इवनली मारना चाहिए हथौड़ा ऐसे।
No, it needs a bit more. Maybe I should add some spices. Peck away, girl. Peck away.
I'm halfway there.
घोड़े की नाल बनाना स्वॉर्ड से ज़्यादा मुश्किल है क्योंकि इसका शेप अजीब है ना।
It's already cooled off. It's not worth it.
I can do this all day. इसमें एक आई थिंक आगे मिनी गेम भी आएगा जिसमें मतलब एक क्वेस्ट है जिसमें तुम्हें अपनी फोर्ज की शॉप चलानी होती है। जो बोल रहा हूँ ना, हेलो। मैं कह रहा हूँ इसमें एक और आगे भी आता है क्वेस्ट जिसमें तुम्हें फोर्ज वाली शॉप चलानी होती है अपनी खुद की। फोर्ज होता है ना, ये लोहार की शॉप, ये तो खुद चलानी पड़ेगी अपनी खुद की। तो मैं किसी और के लिए काम कर रहा हूँ ऐसे।
It was nothing, just a the man was born for the priest, but the women are made of stronger stuff.
I'll drop by and visit her sometime then.
Feel free.
इसको भी भेज
No
देंगे हम
longer
इससे।
in mortal danger.
और क्या बना सकते हैं, लेट्स सी। वर्क एक्स से भी बना लेते हैं। व्हाट? वाह, सॉरी सॉरी फॉर द ट्रबल। जो भी
Could
देख
go
रहा
for
है,
something to eat now.
I am doing this for the rest of the stream. I don't care.
Good day.
Greetings to you two.
Good day. Good day. Bloody hell.
This is going to take a while yet.
How's it going?
My wife and I are pickling cabbage. Loads of it.
Again? That's what you said last week. And the one before that.
It's good for you. Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile. And
I really need to eat something.
What fluids?
Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad constellation at the moment. That churns up the black bile and makes you ill.
You idiot. You've been hanging around with Miller Kaiserlin, haven't you?
And what if I have? He may be a bit odd, but everything he says is true. The other day he told me to give the cows dark ale to drink.
What? You didn't actually do it, did you?
Well, I thought you like. But if I told you they gain 3 times as much milk afterwards, you still wouldn't be impressed, would you?
Wait, really?
Aye, aye.
I won't get too far without fighting.
And go and pickle some cabbage, friend.
And that's that.
पानी का देखते हैं क्या ऑप्शन है इसमें.
Christ, what a day.
There's a couple more things I'd like to ask about smithing.
Ask away.
Thanks. That's all I need to know. I heard you could teach me something.
For a few groschen, it's no problem. What are you interested in?
मैं तो नहीं कर सकता। इससे बाद में बात करेंगे कि यहाँ पर और क्या क्या है। So this must be the tavern. वैसे है ही नहीं भाई।
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then?
Drunkard Moresh.
Something like this happened to me back in '98.
God be with you. What would you like?
What's new around here?
You should pay a visit to Old Mouth sometime. He's our local storyteller, you know. He could tell you all sorts of interesting things. But only if you bring him some liquor. Don't forget, I have some here to sell if you want. And that's all I'd say.
And what can I get for
Sounds
you?
interesting.
नहीं वही मैं कह रहा था
Thank
जब
you,
तू देख रहा
innkeeper.
था तभी ठीक है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। अच्छा अच्छा समझ गया समझ गया ठीक है।
If my luck keeps up, it'll all be over soon.
Good day. Good day.
इसको शार्प करते हैं।
Can't get any better than this.
इसकी रात तैयार करते हैं फिर इसको सुबह भेज देंगे सामान।
Piss off! What are you waiting for? Clear off!
गलती हो गई। ओके Why do I need to lock like this when I'm sleeping here?
What are you waiting for? Clear off!
Good day to you.
Piss off!
Where's my bed though? Bed is somewhere here. इसकी गेम की ब्राइटनेस बहुत ज़्यादा है, बहुत कम है मतलब. I have a torch. इस गेम में डुअल सेंस ट्रिगर वो है, पता है? डुअल सेंस का वो है, क्या कहते हैं, सपोर्ट. हेलो, आवाज आ रही है? हेलो. Is this? यहाँ है. ओह वाओ, क्या क्या पढ़ा है भाई इसने? शील्ड पड़ी है, क्रॉसबो पड़ा है, इतना महंगा. अच्छा, ये मुझे उससे मिला होगा DLC वगैरह से. हंटिंग बोल्ट, क्रॉसबो ले लेते हैं. शील्ड ऑफ विंटर. शील्ड भी काम आएगा ही वैसे. हल्का वाला उठाते हैं. शील्ड में भी यूज़ नहीं करूँगा, क्रॉसबो भी यूज़ नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि आई डोंट थिंक what I will though use is this. बस इतना यूज़ करेंगे. पेपर इनकम आएगा. आर्मरर्स किट, वेरी नाइस, थैंक यू. बारिश हो रही है.
The Lord be with you.
There's nothing left here.
कोई चीज़ बना सकते हैं. Why this? But we can't because we don't have fast iron and Frankfurt steel. Frankfurt steel, वो कहाँ से आएगा भाई? वैल्यू काफ़ी है. एक और हंटिंग स्वॉर्ड बनाते हैं, उसको शार्प कर देते हैं. Here's window.
Herrgott, that's not good.
थोड़ा ठंडा हो जाए फिर मारना शुरू करेंगे.
Henry, good to see you. Damn weather.
I have to pay attention. I've almost loused it up.
क्या?
Here, girl. Okay. Go on. Chicky, chicky, chick.
अरे तो कोई नहीं, जितना है उतना दे देते हैं.
What do you have for sale? I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
इतना ठीक है.
Do you accept?
We're getting close. Lower your price a little more and we can shake hands. Finally, a reasonable sum. Pleasure doing business with you. Take care, Henry.
So now ask यहाँ पे quest है quest पे क्या
So, this is your famous maypole.
इसका तो करेंगे कभी बाद में not now.
God bless you.
Greetings. Do you need something?
People call you the mouth, right? They say you tell all sorts of stories.
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denyik. Got that? What do people call you then? Bughead? Arseface?
I'm sorry, Stenyak. I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. But you were right about the stories. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
To your health, my friend.
मेरा भाई
Thank you very much. I knew you wouldn't leave me high and dry. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I like stories that can teach me something. Stories with a moral.
Haven't you heard enough of those in church? But it's not a problem. I have just the tale for you. And it's not one you'll hear from any priest. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash.
ये तो सुनी
His
है
axe
पुरानी कहानी है
got
तो
loose from his belt.
यार उस टाइम की
In
कहानी है I
haste,
guess
he
पुरानी
began
है
to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not
Examine.
hanging around for the goblin to change. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one." But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a 3rd time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down whole to the dark depths, and drowned him. Oh, that's so cruel.
I feel sorry for Kuba.
Aye, and so did Matthias. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against the big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then, but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
All right.
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. See you later.
Do you know Henrik at all?
He started going out with our monka a while ago, but we put a stop to it. In short, he's not exactly the kind of fella I want in my family.
Why? Did he do something to you?
I don't want him whisking Monka away, so we never see her again. His parents came here shortly after that terrible plague. There was a vacant farm, so they settled there. They had 3 sons, Henrik being the youngest. Say, have you met his brothers?
I haven't, though I can't say I made an effort to.
Well, you couldn't have met them, even if you wanted, because they're not here. Both of them left. They say the younger one had a sweetheart in Troskovitz and took her with him. Nobody knows where they ended up.
Well, that doesn't really mean anything. You're judging him unfairly.
Come on now. What do you even know?
I've been through a lot. The main thing is, everyone deserves a second chance.
Just you wait. I'll prove you wrong. One of these days, he's going to pack up and disappear. And I don't want him taking our monka along with him. He doesn't like folks talking about it. But wandering's in his blood whether he likes it or not. He's even got into fights over it. Just mentioning it is enough for him to clench his fists. I don't want Monka wasting her time with someone like him. You should try that on him. See you soon, my friend.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning? Farewell, my friend.
चलो ब्लैकस्मिथ से बात करके यहीं पे सेव करते हैं.
I'm still not really sure of myself in the forge.
Why not? Why don't you?
Yeah.
Let's see what you... Stop faffing about and get to work. Stop faffing about and get to...
Fine.
The furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. To heat it up a bit, try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above it. Give it a pull. works the better. Temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. And it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. Thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Sparks. That's the stuff. Sparks are flying nicely. Sparks. That's the stuff. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. Keep on whistling. Make sure you keep up the tempo. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
You said you have some more interesting work for me. What would that be?
It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semin, and came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semin and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semin.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long, but these days I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Semin's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly.
It will be bandits.
I'll kick some sobriety into them.
In any case. चलो भाई यही बंद करते हैं. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. जो भी देख रहा है, गुड नाइट.